analysis is the act of finding the best colours for your skin tone and your personality. Personality can play a little bit into it too.
Oh, okay.
Not sure if you knew that.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so if you think about like colours in your life, like I'm sure like when you're on Instagram, for example, when you're scrolling, like you're drawn to different colours. Like maybe you like all black and whites, maybe you love all the pastel, maybe you love bright, super bright colours. Everyone has like colours that they're drawn to. My colour analysis is finding just the best colours for your skin. So the best colours will make your skin look healthy, will make it look like you're glowing, you look fresh. Colours that are wrong for your skin can make you look sick or unwell. It's weird how powerful these are.
Gosh.
So underneath your face, which we'll be putting them today, you'll see the reflections of the colours. So if the colour's the wrong colour for you, it will be too reflective underneath your chin. We don't want that. The colours, like say black for example, if black isn't your colour, it will like bring out some of the lines underneath your eyes. Some of the black shadows will become more prominent.
Okay.
So when you have the drapes underneath your face, you're kind of looking for, not just like, you're trying not to look at the drape, you're looking at how your face looks with each colour underneath you. So if it's a good colour, you're going to look good, you'll probably be smiling. It does happen when someone's in the right colour, they perk up. When someone's in the wrong colour, you can look a bit dull. There's a lot of colour psychology as well. Like colours do affect our mood and they do affect our health.
Okay.
So
our health as well.
Health, yeah. There's like back in the day, they did experiments about like putting patients in a room with like a colour on it to see like if they feel better or worse. So like they had patients in a green room, in a red room, that kind of thing. But today I'm not saying, you suit red, you suit green. It's which shade of red or green is the best shade. So the shades are split into seasons. So the seasons that we're looking for, which they've all been sorted in today. So we've got springtime. So all of these kind of reflect how the natural world looks at this time of year. So the spring palette, so in spring the light is very even. It's not too bright, it's not too dark. So in the springtime, think of what flowers are blooming. There's like bright red flowers, the grass is green, the yellow is, everything is very, I would call this like a Crayola palette almost.
Okay.
So that's the spring palette. Another warm palette is the autumn palette. That one's probably quite straightforward, like pumpkin spice lattes, that kind of vibe. So we're thinking like oranges, mustards, lots of browns, earthy greens and khakis, purples, plums, that kind of thing. And so winter, if you think about winter, the light in that time of year, it's quite dark.
Yeah.
So like things appear quite saturated in that dark. So some people call it jewel tones.
Okay.
But it's like, so you get like these really saturated hot pinks and fuchsias and purples and maroons and navies. This is a cooler palette. So everything, almost like painting, has been painted with a bit of pink underneath it. It's an icy palette, so silvers, light blues.
Okay.
These warm palettes have been painted with a bit of yellow underneath them. So you can see like these are very warm. These two are the cooler palettes. Even though this is called summer, this is a cool palette. So the summer palette is very pastel. So you can see there's a lot of pinks here, really pastel colours. Got lots of blues, very lemony ones, because in summertime, like now for instance, the light is so bright that the garden outside, you can imagine everything appears really bright, really washed out in colour.
Yeah.
So this one is like a really kind of washed palette. They all suit different skins and personality types. So you might have a warmer skin tone. So if you kind of look at your own skin, which will help a little bit. So if you're like a warmer skin, maybe you've got kind of yellow, kind of golden undertones. If you're a cooler skin tone, then you probably have more pink in your skin, so like in your cheeks.
okay.
So while I'll be draping today, I'll be asking you questions about your skin tone as well as your personality, which will help us kind of find the season that just makes your skin look the best. So because it's like the best, I'm not saying you can't wear black.
Okay.
Only one palette has black in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess summer...
Can you see it's just completely light?
Yeah.
But they all have neutrals. So that's very close. Like it's a brown, we've got like lots of greys here. But like if you're a summer skin tone, for instance, a black is not good for your skin. It will show all the lines, it will make you look very drained, it will look too much.
Okay.
Summer skins tend to be quite porcelain. If that helps you imagine. So they've got like quite pinky, very pale or very dark. So that would be a summer, they would be overwhelmed by a black. The winter is the only palette that suits black.
Oh, okay.
So like, I would call a winter like a Snow White. Very, like, the features are very prominent. Maybe like very blue eyes, black hair, you can kind of imagine. Like dramatic. People would say like a winter is a dramatic palette. Like these are very saturated, dramatic colours. And autumn tends to be someone who has kind of golden hues in their skin. So these are like, they're also very deep, saturated, earthy colours. This is the warm palette here. Another warm palette is the spring palette. I would call that peaches and cream skin. That's how I would describe the spring.
Yeah.
So also very golden, but not as deep golden. So spring would be like a very lively kind of palette. So like personality-wise, it'd be like quite an energetic person perhaps. So you can see these colours, like the Crayola colours, they're very bright, they're very dopamine, very happy.
Yeah, they are, they really are.
Yeah, but just because this palette has a bright red, you know, they all have their own reds.
Yes.
So it's about finding which red is the best. And it's also, you know, which red do you feel confident in? Which red makes you feel comfortable wearing it? So some people will put it on and maybe they don't like red, but they'll find the red which they feel the best in.
Okay.
So you don't want the colour to overwhelm you. You don't want to be looking at the colour more than you're looking at your face.
Yeah.
You also don't want the colour to, you know, underwhelm you, just drown, like, take all the colour out of your face.
Yeah.
So we're just looking for the perfect one. So say, you know, you love black, but black doesn't suit your face.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't wear black. It just means not in a polo neck right underneath your face where it's going to reflect. So maybe you're wearing black, but you've got a V-neck on, or an off the shoulder, or it's on the bottom, or it's an accessory. But it's about finding which colour is the best underneath your face.
Okay.
So like, you're going to the Oscars and you want an amazing dress, kind of thing. You want to look your best, you want to look amazing.
Yeah, it's really interesting the way they're grouped.
Yeah, so like when you see them all together like that, you can kind of see, you know, they all have their kind of vibes, they all like have their different feelings. So you were saying that you're more drawn to this palette, you would say?
Yeah, I think either this one or this one, I'm
Yeah.
torn between these two. I think I do have a lot of these two colours in my wardrobe, but I think they suit me less.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love black.
Okay. So if black doesn't suit you today, we just find a different way to wear it. Sometimes I would say with people, like a lot of people feel more comfortable in black, and their palette might, you know, they might love it, but they might feel, you know, I don't think I can wear my palette, it's just a lot for me.
Yeah.
I love it, but I'm not confident enough yet. So I would say introduce it gradually into your wardrobe.
Yeah.
So maybe if you have your best colours somewhere, you're going to feel good. That's what I would say. So perhaps you've got a black dress, but the print is in a spring print, for instance, on the top.
Okay.
So like for me, for instance, I have a black dress and my palette is a spring. And the flowers on it are all in the spring colours, but it has a black backdrop. So that's ways of introducing it. You know, you could have it in your makeup, for instance. It could be on your nails, it could be on your bag. So like you can introduce colour into your life, you know, that way. And also, not necessarily this is your palette, one palette. You can have like a secondary palette.
Okay. Oh. So like the one that suits you best after your main one, or is it one you like personally, or?
So the first one would probably be the one which we're saying more colours from this palette suit you.
Okay.
But maybe a few from this other palette pretty good as well. So like maybe, like for me for instance, my main palette is a spring.
Yeah.
But I've been told that some of the winter colours look quite nice too.
Okay.
So winter is a secondary for me because I'm a little bit in between. So like I have quite warm skin, so like you can see that I tan quite well. I'm a little bit pale in places, I'm a little bit pinky in places, my hair's very black, but it also has a bit of red in it in the sun. So I'm a little bit in between.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly enough, my twin brother is also exactly the same. He is also a spring winter.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so you can have two palettes as well. So if you've got a little bit skin with both in it. So I'm looking a little bit at your skin, looking a little bit at your hair. So when you have these underneath your face, maybe also we can look at everything. Look at how things reflect all across. Like you can see in your parting, you can see around the hair in your face if things are right or not. These are very powerful, weirdly. I know, I was blown away too when I had this done to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but like when I shop, before I found my colours, I was buying everything. I didn't care. I loved all the colours. All of those palettes looked great to me.
Yeah.
I was buying everything. I was buying a bit of khaki. I was buying some black. I was buying bright colours. I was buying everything. But now I have a focus.
Okay.
So now I know, okay, these are my two best palettes. And I was naturally drawn to the spring palette. My favourite colour is that red. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. It's my colour.
Yeah, so part of you like knew already that it might be the one that suits you.
Yeah, you might find that too. So you were saying that naturally you were drawn to these pastel colours and a bit of the spring colours too.
Yeah, so the blues I love from the spring.
Yeah.
And then I think my favourite colours are all these like very like baby pinks, baby blues.
Interesting.
So yeah, I don't know which one, but I have so many of these blues.
Yeah.
Because I think I always just end up buying blue because I don't know if it matches my face, but I match it to my eyes quite often.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have so much blue clothing.
I can see blue looking really nice against your eyes.
Oh, thank you.
There's a blue in every palette. So
yeah.
No one's going to tell you can't wear blue today.
That's good. Yeah, it's not the same level as a black, I guess.
Yeah. So to start this off, what I tend to do with these, so that nothing's influencing us today, we're going to just throw everything out the window and just see what happens. This is for me. This is for you.
Okay. Oh, okay, cape.
Yeah, so we're going to block out the colour you're wearing already, so we're not looking at what you've already got on.
Okay. I pop my hair out the way. Thank you.
I feel like you're getting a haircut.
Yeah, it really does.
But it's interesting to know where you gravitate, because people usually gravitate towards their colours.
Oh, okay.
So I had a client recently that she loved the winter hot pink, and the kitchen where I did her colour analysis, there was hot pink everywhere. So that was fun. It was her colour. Like, you find you decorate as well, like what I was saying about Instagram earlier. The colours you're drawn to, you will probably have them in your life. So you'll probably find, like, when you get to choose something, like you get to choose a phone case or something, probably in your colours. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to do a dry run.
Okay.
So let's start with the greens. Let's just get into it. You know what, no, we're going to go with reds. Okay, why not? Let's go for some reds. So, also a bit of colour psychology, which I can tell you a bit more when we've chosen your season as well. So red, for instance, I think is a really powerful colour, and I would say wear at an important time, a job interview, a first date. It's a colour that makes you stop. Yeah. And it's also a memorable colour, the girl in the red dress.
Ah, yeah.
So I'd have it on your person
somewhere.
So we're going to do what I would call a dry run, which is, I'm not going to say anything, it's just going to get your reaction.
Okay.
So just look at yourself in the mirror. And try and see what you do. Okay. So, I'm going to ask some questions about your skin as well.
Okay.
Would you say you tan?
No, not at all.
You don't tan, do you burn?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. How do you feel in this orange?
Yeah, I don't really love orange as a colour.
Interesting.
So I like it. It doesn't really suit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it brings out kind of the yellowiness in your skin, which isn't something that we would want. Now you smiled when this colour came on.
Yeah, it's so bold. Like, yeah.
I would say, however, it's quite reflective underneath your chin. And you can kind of see it like in your nose a little bit.
Yeah. This one's nicer.
It's nice. That's quite nice. But
It's my favourite, yeah.
this is your favourite. Yeah. I feel like this one as well. Like so far, I feel like we've been looking at the drape with each of these. Now I'm looking at your face.
Okay. Is that good?
That's good.
Okay.
We want to be looking at you, not the drape. We don't want the colour to be wearing you.
Ah. I do think my skin looks better in this one. I know
Yeah.
I do have quite a bit of like BB cream on, but it looks like shinier in like a nice way.
Yeah. So your natural hair colour, what would you say that is?
Yeah, so my eyebrows,
Yeah.
like it's actually showing a bit today, but it's quite brown, like dark blonde.
Like a kind of mousy.
Yeah, like a
colour?
mousy brown.
Yeah.
So,
And so you don't tan, you burn.
yeah.
Interesting.
But when I was a kid, I actually was naturally this blonde, but over time it just went dark. So, yeah, I kind of dye it to the colour I originally had.
So this is the colour that the shade of red we were enjoying the most. Let's compare it to this one. Comparisons sometimes are quite fun. So this one you're looking quite even skinned, looking quite healthy. That's just quite fun. Your hair is looking very vibrant in this shade, which is quite nice. It's a bit of reflection though. And it's very bold, so I feel like I'm looking at the drape and I'm not looking at your face. Whereas this one is sitting quite nice underneath your face and your face is popping, which we like. I know I'm not cool enough to say popping. But yeah, I feel like you're looking the best in this one. How do you feel?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I was worried because it was the first one, so I thought I might be biased because I saw it first.
Yeah.
But it is my favourite, I think.
And all the other ones came on and you're like, nah, they're not comparing to this one.
Yeah, it was funny how they were almost in order of like getting worse on me.
I've had people where it's been getting better. It's so different. Everyone's so different.
Yeah.
See, this is nice.
Yeah, this one might actually be nicer than the bold one.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
It's making you look quite yellow. Whereas these colours are just, I think, just better for you. And you agree, you feel more
Yeah,
confident
I
in
actually
these.
prefer them as well as colours.
Yeah. I think as well, it's got to be what you prefer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have anyone in the chair being like, oh my gosh, she put me in the colour, I don't know. Because it probably won't be your colour if you don't like it.
Yeah, I love the whole like psychology aspect. I've never heard that part before, and it's true. Like you want to feel your best in the colour.
Definitely, and like for me anyway, as a personal stylist, I'm just helping people feel like their best in general.
Yeah.
So we just find that together. So I think these two are looking the nicest. I think we just can't forget this one.
Yeah.
I think that's the best red. But let's go for I'm going to try the greens next. The first green I'm going to put on you can be quite divisive with people, so I'm very interested. Okay, a lot of different faces.
Yeah, I'm never sure how to control my expression.
It's helpful to me. So this one I feel is quite dull as a colour.
It is. And ironically, I have a top in this colour, and it was one of the tops I wanted to ask you about because it looks so bad on me, but it's a nice top.
Yeah.
But I really don't like this colour.
I'm interested to get to that because it could be something that you like about that top we can find in a better shade. Would you say it's a high-necked top at all?
It's more that it's around here.
Okay.
It's really, really comfy, I think is the issue.
Comfy is nice.
Yeah, but it's really not doing much for me.
It's not doing anything. Sometimes I find with the colours, they're not doing anything. Maybe they're not offending us, but you want to feel like it's doing something. You want to feel like you're the best in it. Now this is fun. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But it is bouncing everywhere. You can see it in your cheeks. You can see it underneath your nose. You can see it underneath your chin. Like all the shadows of it. It's everywhere on you. Again, it's like your hair is looking really fresh in it, and I feel like you're looking quite fresh, which is nice. But it's still quite a nice shade.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this one?
It really reminds me of the bright red we just did.
Yeah.
Like very similar.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Falling off. Yeah, very similar style of colour. So it's like, it's nice and bold.
Yeah.
But I think the others are better, which like warps my judgment a bit because I know there's better ones.
Exactly. We're looking for the best one. I feel like this one's a bit too much. This is too intense.
Yeah.
For you, I think.
I love this one.
Yeah, look at your face. Yeah, I think this is the best one. It's a little reflective, but I just think you look the most fresh in it. It's not overpowering. It makes your skin look healthy, makes your hair look healthy.
Yeah.
And you're the happiest in it. Look at your face. That's what we want.
Yeah, somehow I think it makes my teeth look whiter as well. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it's definitely your teeth will look whiter, your eyes will look brighter, so the whites of your eyes as well. It's just, these things are so powerful, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You really look like a different person when you try each one.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
For sure. That drape as well actually is the drape that suits not very many people, so you're special.
Is this the one you were referring to when you said it's
A divisive drape.
Interesting.
A lot of people put it on that. Blech.
Oh wow. Oh
So
wow.
you're lucky.
Nice to be
One of the
special.
special ones.
But then I guess I don't suit the ones they do. Oh, sorry. I keep falling down.
Okay. There are, like, in the UK, there's a season that's more common to find for colour analysis. And yeah, everyone's different. So I think I'm getting a bit of an idea. Yeah, how fresh. It's a lovely colour. Should we do some blues?
Please.
Everyone's always excited about the blues.
I love blues so much. I'm going to love all of them, that's the issue.
Would you say personality-wise you're more introverted?
Yes, yeah, probably, but I think it changes over, yeah. Probably before lockdown extroverted, after lockdown introverted.
Are you a perfectionist at all?
Yeah.
Would you say like you enjoy like quite intricate tasks, maybe stuff that involves your hands, that kind of thing, something you can really focus and spend time on?
Yeah, I think one thing I realised recently, like cleaning, like apparently I think I'm a bit over the top with getting everything clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say like you're quite like loyal with your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like maybe you have a few friends, but they're like friends you've had forever and you're super loyal to them.
Exactly that, yeah. I can count them on my hands, but like I love all of them.
I always take the personality things with a bit of pinch of salt, but it's quite weird how sometimes the personalities can match the seasons.
That's so cool.
Wow, this one's a lot, huh? It's a lot for you. Quite nice.
Yeah, it's quite similar to the minty green one.
Yeah, it's fresh, certainly. But this one's a little bit yellowy undertone. It's quite like a sea, I would say, like a sea kind of blue. The other one was kind of painted with a little bit of pink underneath, so it was quite a cool colour.
It's amazing you can see all of this because I look at that and I don't see pink. Like I should train my eyes to see it.
It took quite a lot of training for me to see it, but now I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see people's colours on the train. It's just, you can't stop seeing it after you see it.
Yeah, I can imagine you do a lot of people watching.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, her hair colour's wrong for her. It's intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I feel like all the darker shades are just overpowering you a little bit.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, I feel like this is quite a nice soft one. It's not too intense. Like before, we're looking at you. We're not looking at the drape, which is nice. Would you say this is the blue you have anything in? There's quite a denim-y blue, isn't it?
Yeah, I've definitely got maybe jeans in this, but I don't have a top this colour that I can think of.
Yeah, I think this would be really nice for you. Into the yellows. Now, I know before I said, you know, people, like for instance, I'm someone that's like, oh my god, I'm not a fan of yellow, I never wear anything in yellow. But it's always just nice to see, you know, what shade is the best one, even if you're not someone that's going to wear a lot of yellow. I can see you looking quite nice in yellow.
I actually love yellow.
Nice.
I love the dress in La La Land. So
yeah.
I really want one.
I would say psychology, this is the colour of happiness.
Yeah.
It's the colour we all associate with it. It's sun, it's happy, it's the smiley face, it's the happy colour. That's a really nice one. It's a little bit reflective in the nose, but it's a nice one. This one's really reflective underneath the chin. Yeah, it's reflecting everywhere. just getting more and more intense, aren't they?
Mm.
It's not too reflecting, but it's also not.
Sorry, I lean back.
They keep coming out.
I think it's my bad posture. I'm probably making them fall.
So it's not too reflective, but I feel like against your kind of skin, because you've got like this quite pinky porcelain, quite soft skin, this isn't really the colour that's best for you. It's very warm, it's very rich and very intense, and it's just clashing, I think, with you. This one was just looking a bit powerful. Slowly they're cooling down a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, the order always seems to be like the one at the bottom seems to usually be the best.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There we go. It's almost like a cream, really. Yeah. I feel like you're just looking a bit healthier, a bit more balanced. Not less overwhelmed. Yeah, it's really nice. How do you feel in this one?
Yeah, I really like it. I think it goes with my hair quite well
Yeah.
compared to the others.
Yeah, I feel like before they were kind of battling with your hair. It was like, no, look at me. And this one's like, oh, I feel like I'm really looking at your cheeks. Your cheeks are looking really healthy in this. Before, I kept being drawn like to the chin where it was reflecting on all the other drapes. But here, we're just looking at you. Which is nice. So, how do you feel about pink?
Yeah, so I actually realised I don't have that many pink clothes. I like it as a colour, but I never seem to buy it. I don't really know why.
And do you think there's a reason why you're not getting pink?
I wonder personally if it's because it made me look red sometimes.
Yeah.
Because especially when I've got no makeup on, I have quite a lot of like acne scars, and it might draw attention to them. Because I don't really have much reds either, so
Interesting.
it could be why.
So you tend to go for like the blues and the greens and just general. And I think that is a good idea as well. Your hair's very blonde. It's a nice contrast, blue and yellow together. The blue in your eyes, as you say, it counteracts the pink in your face.
Yeah, it's never been like intentional,
Yeah.
but I think that might be why I do it. Oh, I love this colour.
It's a lot, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's just a nice colour.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I guess that's the hard part, because there'll probably be some that like I like, but don't necessarily like me.
That can happen.
Oh wait, this one's nicer.
I've got to say all the pinks actually. I'm quite liking them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot better. I mean, none of them are that offensive.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But let's find the best. So this one's a bit reflective underneath the bottom. It's not awful, but I think we can do better. This is quite nice. Also a bit reflective. Still. This one you loved when we put it on. It's very intense. It's probably like one of the most intense ones, but it is fun. This is the only one not reflecting, which is nice. It's very calm. We're looking at you. So I think this might be the best one. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, it's like much paler than the others, I think, which probably goes with my face a lot more.
I feel like you're looking quite porcelain in it as well. You're just looking very even skin tone. Nothing is like showing, there's no redness as well, which is quite nice, like what you were saying.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like this is the one where we can just like breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
It might not be as fun as the other ones, but this is just one shade of pink that I have here. On your fan, I can see a lot of pinks in it. And I don't have the drapes for them, but there are lots of pinks that you can see. But I think this is the best one for you. Making an effort to fold them back up.
It's really relaxing watching you fold them.
Sometimes if I have like a colour party or something, I'm doing lots of people one after the other, I can get quite messy.
I can imagine it's hard with lots of people.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see like if your friend probably really suits one that looked bad on you. It would be really like a fun experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny how different a group of people can be. Recently I did a company and about 3 out of 4 were all the same palette.
Really?
So maybe they just all attracted each other.
Ah. You say like likes attract. No, they also say opposites attract, so I never know.
Okay. That's the pinks. Now let's look at your neutrals. These are quite decisive. This is the big can I wear black moment. And if I can't, what can I do? It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not great underneath as well.
No. Just sad.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean, maybe no black polo necks, but maybe a black here with like something. So maybe you can have your best colour somewhere else. Maybe your best colour is a scarf. Maybe your best colour is like a big jewellery or something else to detract from it if I really need to wear black in this moment. And this is actually from the same palette. It's the white that I am currently blocking out. It's not bad. So not bad. How do you feel in these neutrals?
I'm really struggling to like tell which one suits me.
Yeah.
Like with the colours it was a lot more apparent, like there was always one best one.
Yeah.
I really can't tell with these.
So the palette that I'm thinking you might be, I actually don't have a neutral drape from, which is probably why you haven't had the aha moment.
Interesting.
I feel like your palette, I know exactly what it is. But these are from similar ones. I'll do a bit of revealing now. This grey in particular is an autumn grey.
Okay.
So a lot of the autumn palette I was finding it wasn't reflective, but it wasn't doing anything for you. So this is quite like a warm grey. So I'd say you personally need a cooler grey.
Okay.
This creamy one. So some of the warmer palettes can't wear bright white or bright black. They have a creamier off-white. I feel like for you personally, it's not bad, but it's just kind of putting a bit of a yellow cast across your skin. I'd say this white's probably the nicest. Just bringing out the white of your eyes, which is nice. And it's not doing any reflecting. You look quite calm in it. The black, however, is just very intense.
Not good.
In comparison, I feel like the white is probably the best for you. So I'd say like maybe your neutral will be a white.
Okay.
You can also have a look at what metallics are best for you.
Ooh.
And this also can be quite divisive. 'Cause, you know, some people just say, look, I like wearing gold and I'm going to wear gold earrings. But it's just nice to see, like, what's your best. Like, say you're going to that Hollywood premiere and you're like, I'd like a dress just like entirely in gold. Right underneath my neck as a halter. Can be quite useful.
I don't think I actually have any metallic.
Nothing at all.
Maybe a skirt in silver? Wait, no,
Interesting.
gold actually. I think they were in fashion a few years ago and I got one.
Yeah. Are you maybe not drawn to metallics as much, would you say?
Yeah, I feel like they always seem too dressed up for like daily life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I only ever have it if I'm going to like a party or something.
Right.
So yeah.
And like jewellery wise, what do you tend to go for?
Like a plain like silver thing with like maybe a little daisy or like a flower on it.
Nice.
So yeah. Yeah, don't know. And my ear piercings have closed, so I haven't been wearing earrings anymore. Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah. I feel like the blue of your eyes is really nice with. This just feels like a lot. It's competing with your hair.
It makes me look yellow a bit as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nicer.
Yeah. I feel like the reflections, like the cheek that we're getting is just nicer. Like it just looks like it's kind of glowing.
Mm.
Whereas this one, it's just like yellow everywhere. I can't stop looking at the gold. I was like, oh, you're there. I feel like again, like this section here is just like looking really fresh and looking really nice.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I have a bit of an idea. And I think you were agreeing. Going to keep this one up. Maybe take a pinch of this, or a little bit of this. Oh, it's all the ones off the top. I feel like I'm cooking. And what I'm going to do is just pair them all together so you can see all of the best ones. I think that they all look lovely like this.
They do.
Then would you say that these shades, if you saw them all together, you'd be like, oh, these are my favourites?
I think so, yeah. They seem quite similar to the ones I liked, yeah.
So let's
Very
put...
girly colours.
They are, aren't they? They're very feminine. This one I'm going to put right next to your face because you enjoy this shade a lot. Sometimes it's nice to have, like, when you're pairing colours, like a pink and a green together because they're kind of opposite on the front.
Oh, okay.
So I can help you as well, like just give you some ideas about colour matching. I like to get quite creative when I colour match. I like putting weird and unexpected combinations. I think that's where you can show your personality and be a bit creative is what you decide to put. And it also can kind of make some illusions on your body by how you use colours in your life.
Oh, okay.
I love the detail. And this. I feel like these two are quite interesting together.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like how you pair like the lighter and the darker colour in the season that can be really interesting. Like a really pale shade with something more intense could be really interesting. Like these two are quite opposite,
Yeah, they really are.
which makes them look quite fun. How do you feel about seeing them all together?
Yeah, I love this side as well, especially like the really bright pinks and yellows. But yeah, gosh, this is gorgeous, this one.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
If you need to go into any red carpets, like a wedding,
I wish.
or
Yeah.
silver dress.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want dresses in like all of these colours.
I could see you with like a really lovely dainty floral, which would be really lovely. So like say you have like a white dress,
Yeah.
maybe like a full length dress or something. We'll get to the body shape later. And then it's got like a little ditzy print, like flowers and all this, parsley.
Oh god, I'd love that.
A bit like cottagey.
Yeah.
Cottagecore.
Cottagecore, yes, yes, literally. Actually, there's I don't know if it was white, but a few years ago, like the Disney Cinderella movie, her wedding dress was like a white creamy colour with like these floral things on it, and I thought like I love that dress so much. I want that dress.
Yeah.
And it's like exactly what you just said would go with me, so I'm just like yes.
That's what we're looking for. But I feel like you have quite like a Disney princess kind of vibe. Like
Wow.
So this is your best palette.
Oh, so it's the one I liked.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always the reaction. You're like, yes.
I love it. My heart knew.
It's the summer palette.
Ooh.
So in summer, as I said earlier, the light is so bright, everything appears pretty like washed out. So imagine like really dainty, kind of, you were saying quite feminine colours.
Yeah.
Put these together, aren't they so nice?
Yeah, the really pastel ones, I love them.
Yeah, and I feel like these are really good for you as well because they're not intense,
Mm.
which was nice. I feel like all the intense colours were fun, but they were just battling for attention on your face.
Yeah.
Whereas these, I just feel like they really go, like what I was saying about skin tones before, I feel like you're quite porcelain.
Okay.
Like this pink that you've chosen already is just like it's been hand painted. It's so like porcelain, especially like with your eyes and like popping against like the fairness of your skin. So I feel like these colours are really nice. Like even like the jean against your skin looks really nice. It's kind of light colour that you're wearing. So you were like, we saw this drape today,
Okay.
but look at all these other pinks that would be really lovely.
Yeah.
These kind of rosy colours could be really nice.
Yeah.
All of these could be a lipstick, if you like. So this is quite red, but it's not like a yellowy tomato red. It's pinky red. So everything, I would say, like painting-wise, has been painted with a little bit of pink and blue underneath it. Imagine like a really nice jumper in the winter in this colour.
That would be gorgeous.
All these pinks. But you just needed to find your pink.
Yeah, this one actually reminds me a bit of the one I was in love with. But
Yeah.
Like is it a cooler version of it? Or is it... I'm not very good with the cool and warm.
Yeah. So the palette, so the order that I've been doing them in,
Okay.
spring, then I go winter, then I go spring. Summer, winter, spring, autumn. That's
Okay.
the order. So you have been seeing your season first every
Every
time.
time. Okay.
And the winter is still a cool season. So you are still seeing something that could have been in your kind of lane because I think your skin is very cool.
I see.
So you were seeing that kind of colour that was nearly there, but it was just too intense.
Yeah.
Like usually people who have a winter skin, they have quite like dramatic features. Maybe they've got quite dark hair or very, very light blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like a kind of icy blonde hair.
Mm.
But like your kind of natural hair colour is quite difficult over summer.
Oh, okay. So it's like my natural and dyed colour are both okay?
Yeah, so like this is the kind of yellows that we have here.
I love them.
That's the reaction we want.
Yeah, I really like them. There's like no colour on this palette I don't like.
Amazing. That makes me the happiest. These could be nice hair colours.
Yeah, yeah. I've always wanted to go a bit more like the silvery, like whitey, but
Yeah, I think this would be really lovely.
It's always good to know.
Or if you're feeling like a pink hair colour.
Yeah. I had the courage.
Yeah. Like if you're feeling a bit too scared, you could just like put it in the ends.
Yeah, like a dip dye.
Yeah. Oh, these creams.
So gorgeous.
Like you were saying before, like the greens and the blues, like against like the kind of pinks of your skin. You were saying, oh, I love blue. Look at all this blue.
Yeah, it's like all the ones I did gravitate towards.
Yeah.
Yeah. No wonder there's so much blue. Like,
Yeah.
I love blue.
And like this purpley kind of blue is really lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
This could be a nice lip colour. Nice lilacs here. And we've got the really pastel colours.
I imagine they're quite hard to find clothes in these ones because
Yeah.
they probably come out in the wash. But they're so gorgeous.
And your neutrals probably are more like on the grey side. The grey that we tried on, the autumn grey, wasn't really your grey.
Okay.
So I think if you can just find like a cold grey that's closer to a silver, that would be probably best. So, I mean, you're probably not in the line of work where you'd wear a suit, but that could be the suit.
It's like grey suits are better than black suits.
Yeah, I feel like the black would be a bit intense on you. If you have like a really nice light grey suit and then you paired it with one of these nice pastel colours on the inside, that would be nice.
Maybe for an interview.
Or a navy suit would actually be really lovely. I mean, nowadays you can get suits in all the colours. You can get a blue suit, you can get a pink suit. Oh my god. That is like your power look.
Pink suit.
Yeah.
Pastel pink.
Like this pink.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool. So like pairing colours, like some of it can play a little bit into your height. So like if you're quite small, wearing all one long line of colour along your body makes you look taller.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like lines going down in general make people look taller. So like when you're going for stripes, for instance, line going down, it's making the eye go up and down, it's making you look taller.
Yeah.
So by wearing one long line of colour, you're looking longer.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that would be good for me. I'm not too tall.
Me either. I mean, personally, I'm quite like, so I'm spraying, I love like all the bright colours, I like putting them all together and I like them everywhere.
Yeah.
So I break a lot of my rules. I like having this and then contrasting against that and contrasting, just having everything all intense. But apparently to look taller, it's just one long line. And also like, if you have like a nude shoe, it looks like you've got extra foot.
Oh, what, sorry?
Like an extra foot, well, not an extra foot, but it makes your foot look even longer. So it's just like more skin. The more skin you show makes you look taller.
Oh, okay.
So you don't want to look like a little person
Yeah.
bombarded in clothes. So like, I would say as well, any body shape, fit is so important. Anything oversized, you're going to be hiding your body, you're going to be creating shapes that aren't there, you're going to be, so like if you're smaller, you're going to look a bit drowned.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
So with like a dress in just one colour probably be like the best thing for looking taller.
Yeah.
And showing a bit of like leg to
Yeah.
look longer.
So like, say you had just like a dress in that, and then maybe it's a short one, so you're showing a couple of long leg, and then you have like a just a nude shoe. That would make you look quite tall. But yeah, while we're on colours, so you can have a bit of a play with the fan, which can really help, and you can see that, oh, like if I take the pink and the green, which are kind of like opposites from each other, and put them together.
I love those two together.
And like, it doesn't have to be these two, these two, these two.
Yeah.
That and that could be nice, that and that could be nice. Don't want to like bend them too much, but like, you can see like sometimes it's really interesting what actual shades in the palette you put together.
Yeah.
That's where you can get creative and put your own kind of personal stamp. Like sometimes like for the long line of colour, for instance, maybe you're not wearing all of this, but you're wearing this.
Yeah, like
That
within
could be
the
really nice. I know it's like sometimes hard to find something so exact and so perfect, but like if you can, like, it could be nice to make a kind of monochromatic look with all shades in one family, and sometimes that's easier if you know, realistically, okay, I can't find all of this one shade in the shop.
Yeah.
But I've found a few kind of things that are really similar to this, and I'm putting them all together, and they're all kind of the same. That can be really nice. Then it's also just really nice to show you have creative flair and be like, I'm wearing all of these all at the same time, and they look great on me. Look at that.
They're so pretty.
The ones next to each other are quite nice. Like it could be nice to wear a couple of pinks at the same time. You know, people say, oh, the opposite's the best, right? Blue and yellow tends to be the classic, and red and green. But hey, maybe you like break a few rules, wear like a red and a pink together. That's where your own creative flair comes in. You know, it's just about like expressing yourself, but also like they're in your palette.
Yeah.
So they're gonna look good because they're all skin, you know, it makes your skin look good. It's the combinations are up to you. These are fun.
Yeah.
You know, they all work together because they're all in the same family. So yeah, if you want to go through this yourself and get inspired.
Yeah, there's so many colours to choose from.
I'm glad they're all colours that you like as well.
Yeah, definitely. I like how there's not just all pastels as well, like there's still like a really wide variety.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the blues are gorgeous.
There's like deeper shades of everything, there's, you know, the pastel versions of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, these three are probably like the ones I wear the most, I think.
Yeah. An old denim look would look really nice on you. Yeah. Denim shirt, some denim jeans.
Ooh,
Silver accessories.
Yeah, the pinks and the blues together must look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so pretty. Very like, you're right, like Disney princess vibes.
Yeah, I feel like that's your vibe.
Love it.
And we can like get on to like your style, personality, and what inspires you and stuff like that as well. But colours are always a really good start. It starts like painting a picture of, you know, what you're into and what you like, and then go from there really.
Yeah, it's excited. Love it. Hi guys, welcome back to the second video in today's colour consultation series, where I had some subscribers come visit to get a colour consultation with Natasha. So today I have Natasha here with Natasha. So I hope you both have a wonderful session, and yeah, I'm excited to find out what colours you are. Yay!
So we're gonna put this kind of hairdressing style bib on as well. This is just so we're not influenced by what we're already wearing.
Yeah.
So I'm in white as well. Just like a nice blank canvas.
Oh yeah, it does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Just poke your hair out from underneath there.
I didn't wear any jewellery today, but does it make a difference if you, for like gold and silver jewellery?
Yeah, so we are going to be looking at which shade best suits you today as well, so it's actually better that you don't have any on. So we can kind of start from scratch. So these are all of the colour palettes out there, so we're going to be finding which one is your best palette today. So rather than going, can I wear red or can I wear green, it's which shade of red and green compared to all the others is just your very best one. So this one, they all kind of
look like the natural world at that time of year. So this one's quite light and bright and quite like a happy, fresh palette. Just sort of showing you the subtleties, because they're all just kind of a little bit different, right? This one is more rich and deep, equally warm.
Yeah,
but just
I love the blues on that and the purples.
Yeah. So this one's just like a more muted, deeper, darker palette.
Yeah.
This one, now this one's completely different.
This is the one I think I'm like kind of tend to go for, like the lighter,
More
like
drawn to.
pastel colours.
Interesting. Yeah, this one's like got an almost like a white wash over the
Yeah,
top.
definitely.
It's quite cool, quite light and fresh. And then this one, also quite cool, but just a lot deeper and darker. So it's still got a few pastels in it.
Yeah.
But then it's got these really rich, high contrast shades. And this one's the only one that has black in it. So if you're someone that likes black, as a lot of people do, then you're kind of hoping for this one. But I'm not going to be the kind of stylist that's like, you can't wear black ever again.
Well, it's funny because I was saying to Melissa that everyone always says that black like suits everyone, but I really don't think I suit black.
Right.
Like, I don't know if it's like the certain shade of black, but in my head I'm like, black is just black. Like there's not, I don't know, when you're wearing it as a colour, it's just...
On the wrong person, it can kind of drain you. It can take the colour out. It just brings out all of the black, sort of. So it can actually make a lot of people not look good. We want to look healthy. We don't want to be overpowered by the drapes as well. We just want that nice middle ground of...
I think that's what black tends to do, is overpower me a bit.
Yeah. So we're looking for that nice harmony of, is your face being framed? Because we want to show off your face, but we don't want it to be like, we don't want the colour to be too much. We just want that nice, like, I look healthy. Yeah, and we want you to feel good in it. Like, when we're going through this, you want to feel like, oh, this feels like mine. I look amazing in it. This is the one. So I'm going to start with reds. Okay. It's always a fun place to start.
Yeah, I'm scared of red usually.
Why?
It's another one I just don't think I suit that much. But when I see it like this, I'm like, when I picture red, I'm just picturing one singular colour.
Are you picturing this red?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is the scary one. So let's see if the other one's a bit more comfortable, because they're all reds. Even this one can be classed as a red. This kind of deeper one can be classed as a red too.
Yeah.
But they still all have that nice effect on, you know, you feel like you've got a bit of a boost in a red.
Yeah.
Like a bit of red power.
Confident.
Yeah.
I actually quite like that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's quite nice.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's framing you really nicely. I feel like we're completely looking at your face in this one.
Yeah, I see that.
Not bad. It's taken your colour a little, I think, compared to the other one, which was just kind of showing you off a little bit there. Let's see if we warm it up. What does that do?
I don't think that suits me that much.
Not feeling it.
What do you think? I feel like it's hard to tell on yourself.
Yeah, I feel like this one is bringing out some of the red as well. It's not bad though. I think we're quite lucky, none of them have been bad yet. Let's see what happens when the final one...
I'm not...
Okay, this is the bad one.
I think we've done it.
It's just a bit flat.
Yeah.
It's just not doing...
It's not doing anything for me.
So let's just rule that right out.
And I see what you mean on this one. I feel like it's bringing out like the red in my cheeks.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
just my face in general.
And it weirdly has taken the colour from your lips, which is strange for a red, but it has.
I like this one. Yeah.
I think definitely on this side, these first two, you're feeling more comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
Than the other two. I mean, immediately when this went on, you were like, ah.
Yeah, I felt like this one, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think out the two of them, though?
It's a little perky. I'm just trying to tell if it's just too much or not. This one just framed you really nicely, I think.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is our lean
Yeah.
so far. I mean, we can't forget your face when this one went on, right?
Yeah, I feel like I've never even like, I don't feel like I have anything in my wardrobe that is even that colour.
I think now you might.
Yeah, definitely.
Seeing how happy that made you, maybe that's why these have all just not been it, because you needed a more subtle, even it's a little bit winey.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Purpley kind of red. Maybe that's more of a comfort level.
Definitely.
Cool. So that is the reds. Good start.
I actually have always found that with like red that I feel like it makes my actual face look quite flushed, which I really don't like.
Yeah, we just want to find that nice balance, and I think that one was that balance where it wasn't doing too much, but at the same time it wasn't draining like this one that wasn't doing too
that
much.
was horrible.
Yeah, maybe not quite the orange, but there probably will be better shades of orange for you in your palette, so we might get to that at the end. So we're going to just put this one at the top, and then we're going to go to these greens. Would you say, like, when you were, like, younger or a child, was your hair, like, quite light blonde?
Yeah, it was really light blonde, but it's kind of darkened over time, even though I've had a lot of highlights to try and preserve it.
It's giving me a good idea of kind of your colouring there. How is this feeling?
I feel like I'm at, like, Tiffany's or something. It's a really nice colour of blue.
It's really lovely, actually. This is funny because this one is one of the ones that more often people are like, bleh, it's gross. But on you, it's gorgeous.
It's quite bright. I feel like it's, I don't know, it's not too like overpowering either.
Yeah, I feel like it's actually making you look quite tanned and quite like you've been on holiday. Yeah, really lovely. See if the others will beat it.
No, I think that
compared to the other one, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There's just too much, I think, just too deep and too dark.
I'm looking at like the colour like this rather than my face, so it doesn't feel like brightened at all.
Oh no.
That's like the orange.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a lot.
No, that definitely doesn't suit me.
Do you wear much khaki?
Not really. I don't think it does much for me.
Yeah. How funny. Yeah, just none of them were as good as that first one, right?
The first one I really like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That just feels so bright. Like I feel like it makes my like face look like quite like radiant. That sounds a bit full of myself.
No, you really do.
A little bit radiant.
This is a star colour.
Yeah,
100%.
I really like that.
Do you have anything in this?
No, but I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I think this is the problem though, is why I feel like I have like nothing to wear all the time, is because I look at my closet and none of the pieces I have, I'm like, I don't feel like make me look the best.
Yeah, this is just a really good place to start, even before you get to anything else like shape or style, just knowing which shades and which colours.
I want to start like buying more like investment pieces as well, and I feel like this is so well timed because when I buy them I want them to suit me perfectly. I'm going to spend like more money on them.
Yeah, you want good quality and you want to wear it like a lot as well, get lots of use out of it. Yeah, I found after I had colour analysis, I was like, right, I'm selling everything in the wrong colours and just starting again.
Can you do it on yourself? Or do you have to have kind of someone else look at it?
I had to have someone else look at it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do this without you here, for definite.
But it's so eye-opening, it's crazy. I wore so much black before this.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
I like that as well.
I like that.
This is funny, it's one of those ones again where on a lot of people it just zaps the colour, but you look really tanned and just healthy in it. Like, oh, now we have to see the others. But let's see if anything else can beat it.
I don't know if I like a hot pink in general, so I could be a bit biased.
It's a bit much. And again, it's really brought out your pink.
Yeah, and I do not want that.
Let's see if this helps. Just warm it up a little bit. Not
I
bad.
still think the first one
Yeah.
just was it.
Yeah, this one's almost, it's similar to what I think this is going to do, is just flattened
Yeah.
you. I think some of the warmer ones are just taking your warmth
Yeah,
weirdly.
definitely.
Yeah, this one's,
No.
again, I think this one is the worst one. It just
Yeah, I don't like.
zaps it.
Yeah, definitely the first one. For definite.
How funny.
I feel like with like a hot pink like that and the one before, it rather than me wearing it, it feels like it's wearing me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love that.
That's gorgeous.
This is a colour, to be fair, I do tend to like gravitate towards.
Your nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, there's such light shades, and I think that's why they're really good. They're just not overpowering
Yeah.
you.
I feel like corally colours as well, like, I don't know, it just doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah. So I think if we're looking at what to avoid, I think ones like these that are just kind of a bit too warm and a bit kind of, this is almost a bit muted, and I think that's why it was just kind of flattening you right out. Whereas this one, it's just, this one was framing you, you were on show. So we're looking for that nice light, almost kind of whitewashed, but yeah, it made you look really tanned.
What does it impact, like the undertones in your skin?
Yeah, so we're looking at kind of mainly first and foremost is, are you kind of cool or are you warm underneath?
What am I? Do you know?
I think you're more cool underneath. I think definitely the first ones that we've been looking at so far have been cool, and I think they've definitely, both of them have been a better fit than the warmer ones. Because if you're not warm, it just looks quite strange on top.
It throws me off quite a bit though, because I'm quite tan, so I always, I think, I read online that, oh, go for warm colours.
Yeah.
And then when I actually wear them, I'm like, it just doesn't feel like it's doing much for me.
Is that natural? Is it like a, do you go really deep when you're tan?
I tan like naturally in the sun. Like, I went on holiday a couple of weeks ago, but it just seems to always like kind of last. Like,
It's a good way to be. It's very lucky.
oh, I like this.
Yeah. This is bringing out that tan really nicely.
Yeah, I really like this.
Let's see what this one does. Do you wear much navy? A lot of people
not
feel
really.
interesting.
I actually don't mind that.
Yeah, it's
Normally I
not
wouldn't
bad at
go
all.
for navy, but I actually quite like that.
Yeah. It's a little overpowering, I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it's not bad at all. I think just compared to that hot pink, which was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
I don't know about that.
All underneath the chin here. It's not bad.
Wait, what does that mean?
It's just too powerful underneath the chin there. It just like, it wants to reflect everywhere, wants to be everywhere. But I think definitely you can suit a lot of blues. And I think we'll find in your palette at the end that there's a lot of different shades.
Yeah.
Because most of these have not been bad at all, I think.
don't think this is that nice for me.
Yeah, I think this is bringing out some of those shadows.
Yeah, I see that.
So maybe definitely not this one, but the other ones all aren't bad.
Yeah.
I think especially sort of with the blue eyes and everything like that, lots of the blues are going to look nice. Even this one that's a bit dark.
Yeah, now I'm seeing this again, I don't like it that much.
It's just a little bit too dark for you, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this one I feel just makes everything look so much brighter.
Yeah. Light and bright. So that's the blues. Nice calm colours to have if you ever have to do some negotiations. And these can all be, like, this could be a denim easily.
Yeah.
That could be like a nice kind of washed jean.
Yeah, I would never even consider that, but it's so nice. Yellow is one that it's my favourite colour, but I can't figure out, like I'll buy like 2 yellow dresses and like they'll look almost identical, but like one will look just so much like better, like extremely so much better and one will look horrible. I feel like there's no like in between with me and yellow. Like it
It's
either
like
looks disgusting
amazing
or it looks like really nice.
We shall see why.
I quite like that.
Yeah, me too.
Is that like a is it like a dark yellow? What's it?
It's a really light lemony yellow.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, me too. I think these light colours, even though they're so light, they don't look light on you at all.
I really like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think it's a bit much.
I see what you mean about like the shadow.
Yeah. That's way too much. We're just getting more
Oh my
and
god,
more
I
much.
already know this
Yeah.
will look horrible.
Yep. I think you found your avoid.
Oh my gosh, why is there one really bad one in every minute?
Always that last one that gets
Yeah.
you. Definitely not that skin tone. Yeah, this is it.
I like this one a lot.
All the other ones I think were just too much and
Yeah,
too powerful.
definitely.
Yeah, I think so. This is the yellow. This is
Yeah,
that
I
yellow.
think it is that like that kind of pastel yellow that I tend to lean towards.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's hard to tell like on yourself. Like,
Yeah.
Like I didn't necessarily know if that's actually what I suited.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I just quite like it.
I mean, a lot of people do tend to gravitate towards the best colours for themselves, but they don't know the extent.
Yeah, like subconsciously.
Yeah.
I feel like also because I've got blonde hair, I worry that like, you know, sometimes if I don't put like purple shampoo in it, like it will look kind of brassy, and I'm like,
Right.
does that make a big difference when I'm like, you know, wearing certain colours?
I mean, hair colour can definitely come into it, and you probably want to coordinate sort of with your palette and with your undertones as well. And I think because you do have sort of cooler skin, it could be nice to have kind of cooler undertones, whether
Yeah.
that's kind of like a greyish undertone to it or like a almost like a lighter kind of shade to
Yeah.
it. Could be really nice. So you're in a white right now,
Yeah.
the
okay.
one you're in right now.
Yeah.
And I think that white's quite nice.
Yeah, I always worry when I wear white if it's too like stark.
Yeah.
Like I do kind of like notice that a cream doesn't really, if it's more creamy, it doesn't tend to suit me that much. I don't think, but I'm not 100% sure. What do you think?
I don't mind the cream on you at all.
Yeah, now that I'm kind of seeing it, I'm like, okay, maybe,
It's not
maybe
that
I'm
bad.
wrong.
The
I actually
start
think
is nice.
I prefer the cream to the start. Okay, scrap everything I just said.
I don't think either of them are bad. What's really interesting about this is almost like that yellow,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I
feel
thought that, and that's what I thought didn't suit me with the cream, is it almost has a bit of a yellowy tinge to it. But I quite like that it does for this.
Yeah, it's quite subtle, quite nice. You look quite even in it. But this isn't bad either. I think this one is just, it's probably quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's just quite powerful. So yeah, I think I prefer this one, you too. I wouldn't say the stark white is bad either.
Yeah. I wear a lot of white, to be fair. Like a lot of white like that. When I think of like a colour that, like, obviously there's different shades, but when a colour that I think looks nice on me, I would always say white first.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's these lighter colours are definitely best on you. It's just framing you. It's not too much, and it will go with all of these pastels really, really well as your neutral, I think.
I hate black on me. I think that looked horrendous.
It's just, all I'm looking at is the black.
No, it just doesn't do anything for me, I don't find.
See what a grey does. Just that middle ground.
It's okay. I'm wearing a top underneath that's exactly this colour,
Yeah.
but I don't love it on myself.
I wouldn't go and say this is your very best colour
Yeah.
if we're looking for your best
No,
today. I don't
definitely
think
not.
it's it. And I think the off-whitey cream was definitely better than both of these.
Yeah.
How about metals, jewelleries?
Yeah, I don't know for that. I always go for gold, but I actually couldn't tell you which one I like actually suit more. I just kind of started buying like gold stuff and then just stuck with it.
Okay, well this will be interesting. And again, it's right underneath your face, so it's not. I'm not going to be that stylist that's like, you can't wear gold again if it doesn't suit you. But it's like, say you're going to like a red carpet and you're like buying a dress all in one color and it's like right up here.
Yeah.
Then that kind of thing. But like an earring or something like that,
definitely.
if you prefer something over another. But it's still quite nice just to see sort of which one is better. So we'll just compare them. And these are kind of the most dramatic golds and silver. So let's see what silver does.
I don't know. I honestly haven't been able to tell for years. So.
Yeah. I quite like it. It's framing you nicely. It's almost like quite pastel-y, like the pastels.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's not, even though it's silver, it's not really reflecting or anything. It's just kind of sitting and just highlighting you, I think, quite nicely. We'll see what the gold does in comparison.
I always find that like silver jewellery though can be quite dull. Like it's not as like bright and shiny often.
Yeah, this is quite, it's almost like white, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's quite nice as well. I think you're definitely in between. You could have either.
Be like a two-tone type of person.
Yeah, I think there's not really any wrong answers here. Just holding them up because they're quite... Yeah, both are quite nice. This brings out some of the gold in your skin quite well.
I think that's kind of why I tend to like gravitate towards it.
Yeah.
I think I prefer gold, but I'm kind of surprised because I actually do quite like the silver as well. But I never would really choose a silver.
You wouldn't usually pick it. I would say I'm edging the silver just as the better colour.
Yeah.
I think it's just lighter and brighter.
I see that.
But
maybe it's time for me to like give it a try getting some silver jewellery.
Yeah. Do you ever sort of layer up and have like...
Yeah, I do, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's really surprised me. I wouldn't necessarily like, I'd only really get silver jewellery if like something I wanted wasn't in the gold colour.
I mean, I'm not going to say like go for a jewellery colour that you don't like, but I think it's nice.
Yeah, that one's quite surprising.
So I think maybe you're looking for like almost a white silver if you can, like nothing too dark or grey or metal-y. So what you could do to just sort of introduce it in really slowly is you could do some layer up with some silver and some gold.
Mix it up a bit.
Mix it up, because I think both were quite nice, so I don't think there's too many sort of wrong answers. But I think the silver was nice. It was quite subtle. So we're just doing your very best.
I think this is the best one. Or
this.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That felt like really, I don't know, wow.
Yeah, it felt pretty wow. I think everyone is going to be like, she looked amazing in that colour.
I do really like the pink though. I feel like it's so fun and girly as well.
Yeah.
Do you have like, is this like browns as well?
I don't have any browns yet. Maybe I'll add some in. But you'll see them in your fan at the end when we go through.
Oh, okay.
And there'll be more shades on there. There'll be purples. You can really have a look at sort of the extent of the palette. So we're just kind of doing a greatest hits on there and layering them all on. And I know it was like, oh, the first one. Like, the first one looks good.
Just never the last one.
Oh yeah, I think you've found your avoids equally.
These three here, I felt like are my favourite. The pink and the two, like, is that green or blue? I don't know.
It's like a minty colour.
Yeah.
Just really light, and even though they're quite light when you see them, but on you they're just nice and warm. Let's just put that, making you a nice cape. And we're adding in that unexpected silver.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that.
Yeah. And the metals are really in right now, so you could have like a silver skirt and that could look really cool. I
saw actually a nice pair of silver trousers in Zara, but I didn't buy them because I thought I didn't suit silver. So
now you're like, well, I saw it on.
Time to go back. The only one I'm not like sure about is the red one. Like when I'm seeing it, I don't know, but I think it might just be something that I can't tell if it looks good or not on myself. And also, I just don't think I like red in general. Like, I don't think it's like a colour I don't know.
Maybe it helps just like as a reframe. This is like, I wouldn't say it's as a red, it's more like burgundy, winey colour. And if anything, this could be really nice like as a lipstick.
Yeah, that's so true, actually.
Just like that really deep lipstick, just to kind of offset some of these like lighter colours.
Yeah.
So, which palette is it from?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh my gosh.
Which you were hoping for, right?
Yeah.
It's funny. Definitely funny. People tend to gravitate towards it.
Yeah, all those colours as well are like my favourite colours.
Oh my God.
Like, makes sense.
Yeah, the pink-wise, there's more here. So there's quite a few pinks that you can definitely play with.
Yeah.
Even like these kind of like vintage antique-y pinks.
Yeah, I love
really
that.
Nice. This is like a kind of fuchsia-y colour. I know the hot pink we saw on was like a lot, but this one's just a little bit more purple.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got some purple in it.
And this one's just a bit more muted because that was just a lot.
Yeah.
So this is just like more like, oh, we can like chill.
Even these like greys and the browns, like that makes so much more sense to see those kind of shades of browns, because I don't know, you know those like reddy kind of browns? Like, I never liked them on myself. But those sort of like almost like beigey tones, I really like.
I could see you like in a whole neutral outfit like that. Definitely like in the winter that could be really lovely. Those nice light yellows. Even then this one might be a bit bright, so you probably just want to keep in the lighter bit there. We didn't look at this kind of green, but that could be quite nice.
Yeah, I like that. Especially the lighter ones.
Yeah, you're just kind of shopping with a bit of a light wash. It's just a really delicate palette.
What was your favourite on me? Which one did you think suited me the most?
This is just, oh my God.
I really, really like that. I'm going to have to buy something in that, for definite.
Although this is lovely.
Yeah, that just feels so like girly and cutesy, whereas that feels like, you know, if I was going to go back to school and get a prom dress again, I'd probably pick that colour.
I was going to say, I can imagine you just like in a dress like this, just looking amazing.
Oh.
There are so many blues and greens that I think are going to look really nice on you.
Thank you.
Denims. I could see you actually like an all denim outfit and then like a white tee in the middle.
Oh,
that could be really nice.
You should do like styling. No, all these like shades I love, so this is perfect.
They're like completely pastelies.
I love that.
So this is the summer palette.
Okay.
So you're just looking for the kind of lightest, delicate, there's like a wash to them, so they're just not too powerful.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm so excited. Gonna go buy loads of new stuff. I've got a good excuse now.
Have a play.
Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome back to another colour consultation with Natasha. I've got a lovely subscriber here today called Megan. So is it okay if you just maybe explain a bit about what brought you to colour consultation today?
Yeah, of course. Well, I saw your lovely, very kind advertisement, first of all, and I thought it'd be very interesting to do. So I've always thought of myself as a cool tone, but maybe these days I'm not so sure. And I hope that's right, because I've committed to my engagement ring being silver colour, so could potentially be bad news. But I've never been able to categorise myself into a season, so I would really like your help on that.
Looking forward to watching and seeing what palette you are. Okay, but yeah, I hope you all enjoy.
It's a beautiful ring.
I designed it myself. Yeah. So I suppose I'm sticking with it even if it's wrong.
Yep, it's
That's an
gorgeous.
excuse to get a second one. If you tell me I'm wrong.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not going to be one of those stylists that's like, you can't wear this ever again. We're just looking for your very best colours. And it's also what works underneath your face as well. So if something doesn't work necessarily, it's not to say like, never again. It's just, you know, maybe it's just not right under here, like as a polo neck or something. We can find another way to make it work better with some of your better shades, which we still want to focus on. So you have all the palettes here next to you. And you can see they're all kind of subtly different, right? So they're all supposed to be reflecting kind of the world at different times of year. So these two are the warmer ones. So you can see they kind of both have golden undertones. And you're thinking you're probably a bit cooler, so you're thinking maybe not so much these ones. So we'll have a look at what the cooler ones look like as well. But then again, who knows, right? So these are the two cooler ones. And this one's kind of got like almost like a white kind of wash if we were painting on top of it. And this one's quite a lot deeper, darker, more saturated. And it's the only palette with black. So a lot of people are hoping for this palette. But we will see. So we're looking for how does this make our face look as well? Is it framing us? Is it overpowering us? Is it kind of under, like just doing nothing, bit of a mesh shade? We want it to be like the very best. We want you to look healthy, glowing. We want you to feel happy in it, like, oh, this feels like my colour. So that's what we're looking for today. So we're looking at, you know, what does it look like under the eyes? What does it look like on the chin? Mouth even, eyebrows, everything to do with the face, even the hair. It all kind of comes into how everything sits in harmony all together and what's just making you look and feel good. So we're going to start with the reds.
Great.
Always a good place to start.
Does this extend to makeup colours as well?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So if you're looking for your next nail colour, even sort of lipsticks, blushes, undertones in sort of skin, you already know that you have a cooler undertone. We will see, but I'm sure you're right. Wow. It's a good start, isn't it? How do you feel in that one?
I really like that.
Yeah.
I'm drawn to that.
Yeah.
I like it as a colour.
Yeah.
I don't know. What am I looking for in my face for if it suits me?
It's a lot of different things you're looking for. So what's really good about this one is I feel like your face is popping. So you looked at your face before the drape, right? Which is kind of what we want. We don't want it to be taking away from you. I feel like all of your colours in your face are pretty good and pretty even. It's not really changed your colours. Sometimes the drapes can change the colours of your face and we don't want that. This just feels a bit too powerful compared to the other one. This one I feel like I'm looking at this more than you.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's bad.
Don't
But
think
it
so
doesn't-
either.
It brings out more of the colour than me.
Yeah. That was a reaction going on.
I don't know if it's because I just don't really like the shade of red,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's doing that much for me.
I
I think it's
feel-
clashing a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And I feel like it's taken some of your colour and just, I know that you have lovely porcelain skin, but I feel like it's just made it even more so, I think. That's completely changed everything. Just completely different. It just looks a bit out of place, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like yours. It doesn't look like it belongs there.
No, I don't. It's not necessarily that it looks really bad, but
No, doesn't look bad. Just
I
not
don't.
right.
Somehow it's not my
Yeah.
my colour.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit my
Yeah.
essence, I guess.
Essence. I like that. Using that. And this one, it's funny now we're going back. This I feel like has darkened you, and I feel like it's almost put like a whole purple wash over everything. And it's weird because this is a warm colour, but it's made you look even colder. Better, definitely. Still, I think it's giving your lips a kind of cool tone.
It's kind of coming off a bit bluish.
Yeah.
Now you say, and I focus on that.
Yeah.
They don't look as rosy, I guess.
I think that's a lot better. I know it was the first one, so we were a bit like, ooh. Yeah. I feel like this has even made your hair look really nice and
Yeah.
contrasty.
I do like it.
Yeah. Naturally. Oh, sorry.
So I was just going to say this isn't actually my natural hair colour.
I was gonna
So
ask.
does that
wow,
make a
some mind
difference?
reading. It's good to know. So what is your natural hair colour?
I would say it's kind of a cool brown. So not very
like a
rich.
kind of ashy.
Yeah, a bit in the middle, which I didn't love. And I felt that my personality was more this kind of
Yeah.
like, rich,
Yeah.
like, fiery colour.
Ooh, fiery. I
So
like that.
I keep it like this all the time. But yeah, it's interesting if it changes.
I thought this was going to be really good, but it looks a little too powerful. Can we see it's just everywhere? It has taken over, which is surprising. Let's carry on. I mean, that's better, isn't it?
See, I'm so biased because
Yeah.
I love this colour.
Yeah, I can see why. It's funny, I was thinking, oh, this light shade is just going to sit really nicely, but it's strangely too powerful. But yeah, this has just framed you really nicely. It's not too much anything. Do you tan or burn or?
This is my summer tan right now.
I see.
So in the winter I'm actually even paler. So I don't really burn too much, but I think that's mainly because I'm careful not to. But mainly I just get the kind of pinkness like in my cheeks that
General
comes
pinkness. Is that a blush or just a
through. No,
general?
that's my face right now.
Pink. Yeah.
But yeah, nothing much of a difference in the skin tone.
So this is just everywhere. It's like the first one again. It's just taken over. That's just a bit nothing, isn't it?
I don't think it does much for me.
Yeah. So I think you're right. I think your instincts were there, and people do
Good.
tend to gravitate towards theirs.
I definitely liked this current kind of shade a lot, but since I coloured my hair as well, I really gravitated to that a lot more as well.
Yeah. I think it's really brought out your eye colour as well. Your features are looking nice and sharp in it, giving you a nice contrast. Yeah. It's just too much, isn't it? I would say if there is a mint that you go for, I think it just needs to be a tad softer. Interesting. Could be a little in between, which means more choice,
Oh, lovely. Love
which is
that.
always nice. So let's put this one on the top because this was very clearly a good colour for you. You know what you're doing. Right, let's get into some blues. Nice calm blues. It's nice. It's really nice. Again, it's made your eyes look really nice. I mean, it's nice for the hair, isn't it?
It is. I do like this one. This is the kind of shade I'd go for in summer.
Yeah.
So, as I mentioned to you earlier, I have a very kind of like pink, blue, pastel colours spring-summer wardrobe, and then that kind of first burgundy and that dark green in autumn-winter.
I'm
So
seeing
this
that
is
in
the
between.
kind of blue that I would go for.
Yeah. And you wouldn't wear this in the winter?
I do sometimes see pieces in these kind of tones for winter,
Yeah.
and I have to restrict myself because I try and work on sort of a capsule wardrobe,
Right.
so I can mix and match everything together. If I was to add this in winter, it would go with anything else,
see.
so I have to restrain myself.
Well, it's a nice colour, definitely. I'd say maybe if you wanted to get more wear, it could be that it's a cardigan, and then you could wear that cardigan in the winter and the summer, maybe. But yeah, it's really nice. I feel like your eyes are really stand out in this one.
Definitely.
Also really nice. Definitely cooler skin. And I can see how there's an in-between. This is just really light, makes you look quite perky.
Yeah. I use navy as like my spring-summer dark neutral, so good to know that that's working for me.
It's definitely working as well. I'd say just edging it for me, I'm enjoying that one a little bit more, just for the lightness and brightness. But I wouldn't say this is bad either. It's kind of making your face contrast really nicely, which is nice. We'll see what the warmer ones are like. Oh, it's a lot, isn't it? It's almost put like a greeny colour on you.
They are, with the bright to green as well, they're quite overpowering.
Yeah. This one isn't as bad as some of them have been.
It's almost right.
Almost.
It feels almost right.
Maybe it just needs to be a little lighter and a bit cooler. So it's not as bad as it could be. Almost like that forest, I think, if it were a tad lighter, could be nice as well. Interesting. 2 blues to play with. Okay. Just, I think the light one is edging it just about. But it's not...
It's a bit fresher.
Yeah, exactly. Just a bit perkier. Okay. Let's get into pinks. Exciting?
Very.
Would you say pink is a favourite?
Yeah, definitely for spring, summer.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's lovely. Just lovely.
I wouldn't be that drawn to this. So to me, this is like, it's cold pink, right?
Yeah.
And it reads quite like bubblegum.
Yeah.
And feel I'm more on the muted side of things.
Interesting.
I guess for my personality, that this is a bit daunting to me. I don't think it looks bad, but I don't know if I'd choose it.
Interesting. There's not much contrast with it there. It feels like it's all kind of a match of everything. Let's see if this more feels like you. It's a bit overpowering, I think. Would you say personality-wise? Because sometimes personality could come into it.
Yeah, so this is kind of raspberry, that one just now, and again I would just take the brightness of it down a little bit, and then I'd really like it, I think.
Would you say the personality's more introverted?
Definitely.
Yeah. Would you say you're a perfectionist?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's such a no.
I think that's the worst.
Quite a nice middle groundy one, but I wouldn't say it's doing that much. I feel like it's bringing out some of the shadows a bit. Dropping them here. Yeah, I like this one. It's just kind of the light and bright perkiness that that light blue had.
Actually, after having seen the others, this doesn't look as strong to me.
Yeah. Because in your head you're going, oh my god, it's like bubblegummy,
it's
girly.
So bright,
Yeah.
but looks more subdued now after
Yeah.
strangely.
Yeah. I think especially after this one, right?
It's interesting how other colours affect your perception of each other.
That's why I think it's nice to do a kind of go through.
Forward, then go back again.
Yeah. This one just looks a bit, like now I'm seeing it's reflecting on the nose here. It's just kind of a lot. I feel like this one's just kind of more in line with you. I still think maybe you could take a you could turn it up a little bit. Could be a tad more colour to it. But I think it's almost quite nice that there's not too much to it.
Yeah.
And then it looks like we're looking at your face more, which is always the key. So we're going to put this one on the top, I think. So next we'll have a look at yellows. Do you wear much yellow?
Never.
Never.
Pretty much never.
Wow. Any reason?
I did used to own, I think, one mustard, a gold mustard cardigan, and it just wasn't doing much for me. I didn't, I never pulled it out of the wardrobe. It didn't get worn, so it moved on to a new home. And I've never gone back to yellow.
See. What are you thinking of this light, lemony?
I do like this.
Yeah.
I think this works for me.
Yeah, I agree.
This is the kind of yellow I would go for spring, summer.
It's just more subtle, isn't it? Like you were saying, I think the bright ones just feel a bit much and they're overtaking. And if we just kind of brighten it up, it's just a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what's preference and
Yeah.
whether it looks good on me or not.
Yeah. It's nice to have a contrast, but I think at the same time we just need to make sure that your face is still the number one thing.
Don't think that's bad either.
Bad,
I'm
no.
really surprised.
I think you can take more yellow than you think.
Yeah.
I think really if we go to this trouble yellow here. Yeah.
I tried that one.
So I think mainly this is the avoid here. Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's a little reflective. We can kind of see it on a few areas, but the contrast is nice.
Yeah. I think the problem was I was trying to wear yellow in a wintry way.
Yeah, I think it's
this
more of a summer thing.
Summery actually does work for me.
Yeah. Now we're going to go back to the pale one again. It just looks different, doesn't it?
Good, pretty
Yeah,
good the
yeah.
first time round, and then
Yeah.
when you go back down, oh, that's actually really great.
Yeah. It's just so subtle, and I feel like it's just made your skin look really porcelain and lovely as well. I think these light shades, maybe they're a little bit of a surprise, or they feel kind of right.
I would go more that pastel side for spring, summer, so not super surprising.
Cool.
But actually how light they are is
Yeah.
a bit unexpected.
And you will see in the palette that there's other shades as well, but I like to have the most dramatic of each season. So how are you feeling in this white?
I quite like it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I feel like it's got that kind of, it's making the white of your eye pop. In general, there's just a lot of nice whiteness, I think, in the face, which is good. We're going to see what an off-white looks like compared to it. It's not bad, but I feel like this is almost flattened the face, but this is giving you kind of a
Gives
nice
a lot
shine.
of contrast.
Yeah,
I think especially against the hair,
yeah.
it makes it really stand out when
Yeah.
there's not much colour down here.
Yeah, definitely. I think the warmer shades, even though it's off-white, it's still just a bit too warm. So I think definitely we want to keep everything cool. It's not bad. It's a little flat again. Maybe it's still a bit too warm. So I think if you're going grey, maybe you just want to take it down a notch, just similar to the pastels. Maybe the grey is a pastel too.
I wouldn't have thought of doing that.
Interesting.
I think I quite like that.
Yeah.
I would never wear like black eyeliner, for
Yeah.
example. I feel
Yeah.
that's too harsh
Yeah.
on my face. But I think I can make it work for me. It's maybe not the best without, some lipstick or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wouldn't necessarily rule it out.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's the best, but definitely not bad. I think you can wear
I
it.
can make it work for me.
Yeah, but I think with your pastels, for sure. It's just a little powerful. I like the contrast to the skin, definitely, but I think it is taking some of your colour away a little bit. So I think if you're to wear this, something lower, something off the shoulder, or having it with, this is a print. So maybe if you're wearing the black in the winter, Maybe you've got like lots of burgundy with it, or lots of navy, or lots of that lovely forest green, just to offset it, I think.
So if it's not your best colour, if you wear it away from the face,
Yeah.
does that make it wearable?
So we can avoid kind of the shadows and what it's doing, because I think it is taking away some of your face's colour. So you want to put some of your best colours there.
Closer,
Yeah, like you're saying, a lipstick would help it kind of be nice and lively, I think, as well. But it's definitely, it's not bad. I'd say we've seen a few that we're like, oh,
Absolutely not.
these are avoids, and I wouldn't say it's an avoid. Do you have a preference? Jewellery, you're saying silver is the
Definitely
preference?
always silver.
Always.
Yeah, I think I own one piece of gold that I just
See.
never reach for.
Let's see why. Can affirm that. It's not
as
I'm
bad
not
as I
seeing it being
expected.
bad, yeah. Let's see what it's like against the silver. Let's just replace it. Yeah, I mean the silver's just 100%. It's you, and I feel like it's really similar to the white. Is that it's giving you a lovely shine. Your lips look really nice against it. I feel like they're just really kind of popping, and your eyes. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's definitely silver. I think especially after this looked a bit wrong. It was similar to the orange that just looked a bit out of place on you. That just looks more you. Okay. So we're going to have a look at all the best ones. I'd say there's a predominant season, but there's definitely kind of a secondary there, which is a little fun. And I think it's a little bit like what you've been doing with your summer and winter wardrobes, I think. I'll just put some of these away so we can really see what we're working with here. Alright, let's get some of these greatest hits on. It's nice light pink here. Nice light blue. Then we're going to have a bit of a dark shoulder on the other side. Let's continue this light shoulder. Come around the other side. Pink and blues are always quite nice against each other.
My house is decorated in these pink and blues.
Nice.
Good to know I fit into my house.
Well, people do tend to sort of gravitate to their colours, and it's even, you know, you're buying a pencil case, you're buying a cushion, people tend to buy them. But I think you never know really the full extent sometimes of where your colours can go and which shades we can wear. So we've got like a darker and a lighter.
Yeah.
So maybe that's kind of your two moods.
It is, it's my two personalities.
They don't look bad with each other, I think. But if you're saying they're not going to be combined.
I would occasionally like transitionally mix this pink and green.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
It can be
as
quite
a combination.
nice. Yeah, just to offset it a bit, right? Yeah, I think they're both in harmony with each other. So if you do feel like I'd like to try and bring some different ones into some different seasons, I think they definitely go. Let's just bring this one over a bit more. So, I think we can definitely close these two warmer ones right up. And then we are going to look at your seasons. So first and foremost, I think it's summer, definitely. These lovely light shades. Actually, there's quite a lot of pink in there, because when we were looking at this and thinking there could be more pinks, I think we could be looking at this one. We saw one that was similar, which was kind of nice, but I think this is just a little bit lighter than
I'm really
the other one.
drawn to this one as well.
Yeah, I think that's really lovely. Which was this one. It's like a these two. Yeah, definitely. I mean, makeup colours 100%, outfit colours, hair colour.
Oh, maybe
This
one
is
day.
a hair colour. Yeah, you've got some really lovely shades here. And the greys are these kind of lighter greys here, even with the browns, just really light browns, really light yellows, if you're in the mood for yellow.
I'll definitely explore it now.
Yeah. And the greens, I think, are really nice. They've got this kind of aquamarine-ish. Let's do them here. I know we've got a darker one here for the winter, but in the summer you can be playing with these ones. It's almost like a kind of lighter forest here that you could play with. So maybe it's just a lighter version of it. Or maybe if you've got kind of prints, like you've got your floral print, the green is just in the leaf. It's a nice way to get it in here. Blues to go with your eyes. Maybe even like a few nice kind of dusky pinky purples.
Yeah, purple is a colour I never go near. I've never found one I liked, so this is helpful.
Do you think these are feeling maybe more yours? See them against maybe like a kind of bluey purple almost. So that's the main palette. But then we're also looking at maybe a touch of the winter palette. But I think you're still probably going to want to play on the cooler side of it, because there's actually a lot of similarities with these icy pastels. But then some of it, you've got these kind of darker shades. Maybe even you want to kind of go for some of the lighter shades in there. Definitely ignore this row, I think. And I think there's a lot of similarities. There's kind of the coolness in it, but then just maybe some of it's a little bit much. So we just want to be careful with these kind of pinks.
It's a bit too bright.
Yeah, I think you still want it a little bit more dusky over the top, but I think it's still definitely one that you can play in as well, just for more kind of choice. Maybe pick out some of the darker ones occasionally. So that's kind of a secondary I think you can play with, but I think it's still number one would be this one.
Great.
Yeah.
Are these drapes all summer right now, or is this
So
all winter?
these ones are summer, this one is summer, and then these two are winter.
Right.
So you're only really using it for a dark contrast occasionally.
Right.
So maybe even with the purple you could play with that.
I do like that one.
That could be nice. And actually it's not that bad with some of the lighter colours just as an offset. So there's definitely similarities in this one, but I think this is still maybe more you. I think just for that lightness and perkiness and kind of just sitting really in harmony. I think some people have, so the way I work is with first and secondaries, but some people have other names for having a secondary. So it could be like you're a deeper summer because you've sort of gone into some of the winters or things like that. So you're a summer, but pure, true, completely summer. But I think you can still maybe have a
You can
play.
borrow a bit from winter.
A little bit. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think definitely the icy shades were really, really nice. And you're just looking for kind of coolness to it. A general coolness, which I think you sort of knew intuition-wise. Yeah, I hope this has helped to see it.
Interesting though, because I might be wrong, but I feel like I've made my hair warmer than it was.
Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of gold in here. So it could be that you can just kind of even take it to like this kind of colour. Just a little bit more dark and add some coolness to it. Yeah.
Yeah, when I first get it dyed, it is a lot darker. It's more kind of like a cherry red it comes out to start with. And that happens, especially in summer. I think, it doesn't look bad. I don't dislike it, but it feels very like dark and wintry. So when it lightens up to this, I feel more like my summer self, which is interesting. Maybe there's just multiple me's.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a summer me and a winter me.
a lot of people aren't just one thing. I've got 2 seasons as well. So mine is more like this bright red, but then also have like the winter undertones as well, similar to you. So sometimes I just borrow a little bit of black here and there, or go for the brighter shades in the winter palette occasionally, but I still find I'm mainly playing with the spring first and foremost. But it's nice to have more choice.
A light, like lemon yellow, I will definitely look at more.
Yeah.
Those kinds.
Yeah, I think just keeping it really cool and just like, even though it's a yellow, if you can just like almost like a little bit on the green side, that can kind of help.
Yeah, so I think before I definitely went really warm with
yeah, and we saw the really warm
mustard, and it's not doing anything for me. But that's really nice.
Yeah, I think this is just sitting really nicely.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another colour consultation video. I'm here with Lauren today, and we're going to do another colour consultation. Hopefully she'll be a different palette to the people so far, but then again we were saying that we're quite similar, so we might both be summers. Not really sure though, everyone else has kind of surprised us so far. But is it okay if you give a short little intro about like why you were interested in doing a colour consultation?
Yeah, well I was just saying to Natasha that in lockdown I grew my hair out to my natural hair colour and it looked really bad. So I think knowing my colours is going to be really helpful for my next hair colour.
That's really interesting. I didn't actually hear that conversation, and I did the exact same thing. So that's really
sad.
interesting. It didn't suit me either.
No, I was like, I'm going to have natural hair, and no, it didn't work out, and now we're blonde again, so.
I think we might be quite so. I'm very curious now. Okay, well, I'll leave you guys to it, and I hope you all enjoy.
So you see the palettes next to you, and they are all a little bit different looking. So I'm just sort of explaining a little bit about kind of how the colour analysis process works, in case people haven't seen colour analysis before. So we're looking for which of these, it could be one, it could be more than one as well, because sometimes it's 2. Which of these is just the very best one for your skin tone. So say one, we kind of like it, and that's okay, but we're looking for which one's like the very best. So when you're shopping, you just kind of know, okay, well, these are the best, so these are obviously the ones I'm going to spend my money on, I'm going to buy the very best. I wouldn't want to buy one which is just kind of meh. Only one of these palettes has black in it. The others do not, I know. But that's not to say that you can't wear black if it doesn't suit you. So say we put it on today and it doesn't work. Maybe it's just you wear it on the bottom or not directly here, or you have your colour as a print on top. So I'm not going to say no, never to any of these. It's just which ones are the very best ones. So if they're really good, then your face is just going to look really healthy. Your colour is just going to look right. It's not going to be too anything. Sometimes when they're wrong, it can overpower you, which we don't want. Also, they can just look a little bit like meh, or they can just flatten us out or just look a bit nothingy, which we don't really want either. If they're wrong, sometimes they can take some of the shades like under our eyes and some of all the blackness and just make it look more so, or they can make us look kind of sick. So we just want to look healthy and we want to look good and we want to feel good as well. You want to have the colour come on and go like, oh, this feels like mine, this is my colour. That's what we're looking for today. You were saying that this area feels more like you.
Definitely, yeah. I think I'm not an expert. I think they're like the cooler colours.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like these colours and I like them on other people, but I don't think I can, I'm not sure if I can make them work.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. So we're going to start off with the reds. Always a fun place to start.
Yeah, I don't really wear red.
No?
No.
Not at all?
Maybe now. I think I got one red dress.
Is there a reason? Does it just feel like too powerful or something like that?
Yeah, I think it feels like it's quite an attention-grabbing colour. It might
Yeah,
be that, probably.
it is.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
I
that's good.
Well, it can be. Like, sometimes you might want to be memorable and grab some attention. So,
yeah.
like, an interview or a first date kind of thing. But I guess in everyday life, if you want to fly under the radar, maybe not so much.
I actually think that's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very good start.
Quite, like, sophisticated.
Yeah, it really is. And it doesn't feel too red, right?
No, 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 no. No, it doesn't feel, like we were saying, it doesn't feel overpowering.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like your skin looks really nice against it as well. It's quite a contrast,
Yeah,
which is nice. Let's see what happens when we add a little more.
I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's a bit bright, maybe? I
It's a
don't think
bit
it's too bad.
much, perhaps, I think.
Yeah.
The other one was more subtle. This is probably going to feel like a lot then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah, I think it's brighter than me,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, this is just completely cooling you out, I think.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, the warmness of it just isn't sitting right with you as well. I think, again, it's just going to happen in this one. No. That's a not at all, right?
Don't think so.
No to orange. Just not. Because you definitely have pink undertones, we can see that. Yeah, and these, if anything, are just making you look more cooler, the warmer shades.
Yeah.
So I think those are a no. But it's always just nice to see them, because then when we go back to the cooler ones, you can just see that they look better, right?
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, just to drive back and go, oh, these are my shades.
It gets better as you take them away.
Yeah. Yeah, even better.
Oh, I thought that one maybe looked slightly...
Let's have a look.
Maybe I just like the shade of red more.
Yeah, surprising. Yeah, it's a nice contrast, definitely. I think they're both contrasting your skin nicely. Maybe you're right, maybe this one's a little bit flat. But
Yeah, I thought maybe that one looked slightly...
it's got a bit more of a pop to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I think there's definitely an in-between, so we'll see what more looks like when it goes on. I'm wondering if that one's too powerful, but it's giving you some colour, which is nice, I think. It's perky, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Feels uplifting. Whereas that one might feel a little deep and dark.
Yeah, I think that one sort of made my lips look a bit brighter.
Yeah, they look kind of a bit purpley greyish in this one.
Yeah, I do that.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Surprising start. But we will see what happens as we carry on. Would you say you're introverted or extroverted?
I think I'm actually more extroverted.
Yeah, I feel that from you.
I think I thought I was introverted, and then I think my husband's actually really introverted. I realised that I'm not.
So now you've really seen it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, okay.
This is what it is.
Yeah, that's what introverted actually means. But it depends, I suppose.
Do you tan at all?
No, I burn.
Let's see. About blushing. Any blushing at all?
No. And
Quite
I think,
lucky.
well, I always think it looks nice, but I just don't blush at all. That's a lovely colour.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's bright, isn't it?
Kind of everywhere. It's fun, though, certainly. And I feel like, especially with your eyes, I feel like it's just perked up the colour of your eyes even more so, which is really nice.
Yeah, I can see that.
This is going to be quite a different looking one. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, my eyes they still look quite bright, but darker
Yeah.
than with the previous.
Yeah.
But it doesn't reflect as much as the
Yeah.
one before.
Because that one just felt like it's nice. I still do like both of them. I think there's definitely a mix of it could be one or the other, and we'll see what happens as we go along. This one's quite like nice and bright and happy looking. It just looks up, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. You look quite fresh in it. Just putting some, yeah, it's just lovely. But I think this is nice too. So it's going to be hard, definitely. It's a nice contrast. I feel like your face is being really framed by this one. It's just really kind of popping. Just wondering if it's too deep, but actually probably not. It's not bringing you down or anything, which is surprising.
That's good.
That is everywhere, isn't it? It's in your hair. It's kind of, it's just taking over completely.
It's maybe, yeah, it's not quite as harmonious as the.
Yeah.
I do like it though.
Yeah.
I like the colour.
I think it's so nearly. It just needs a little tone down, I think. That is not doing a thing.
No, this is the kind of colour I wish I looked nice in, and it looks so nice on some other people.
Yeah.
But I wish I looked, because I think it's very sophisticated. But
I actually think if you want to go sophisticated, then it's this.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. It's night and day, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's very clear that you're a cool skin tone. I think the warms just aren't working at all. But that's good, because that means that you know what you're doing going forward. And I think this is really nice, again, for that, like, as you were saying, it's nice and deep. I feel like the eyelashes, we can really see them. The lips, we can really see them. But then this has got this nice light funness to it. I think you look really fresh. So there's definitely an in-between of, you could choose both.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. I'd say if you were to go for a colour like this, even just a tone downwards, I think maybe that's still a little bit much. So a little bit more muted, I think. Interesting. Would you say you're a perfectionist, or you can go either way?
I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
Yeah.
To the point where you don't get things done because you want them to be done perfectly. So they're done perfectly or they're not done at all.
Do you like kind of like intricate kind of work, or?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Look at the yellows next. They're always quite fun.
I like yellow.
Oh,
Yeah, I really
that's
like
nice.
yellow. That's my husband's favourite colour on me.
Had a few people today that have been like, "Oh my God, yellow!"
It's divisive, isn't it?
It's very divisive.
See, that would be like the shade of yellow I'd go for, probably.
Yeah. I think definitely you're right there. It's just sitting perfectly, I think.
That's good.
Yeah.
And my lips looked a bit like purple before. They look okay now.
Yeah, it's funny how it can just
Yeah.
change. Everything is just looking correct and right. It's not too anything. Not bad either. Not bad at all. How are you feeling in this one?
I mean, I just really like yellow.
Like they're all good for me.
Yeah, it's brighter, but I still really like it.
Yeah, I think you can definitely take both. And then we'd hit the threshold, I think. Now it's just
I think
too
that's
much.
it, yeah. It's a lovely colour.
It is.
But it's like brighter than I am.
Exactly.
Oh, I think that's the worst.
Yeah. So let's do that lovely drawback.
Oh, that one looks better now.
Yeah, after seeing this one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better, isn't it?
Yeah, it just makes more sense.
Yeah. Ooh,
I think that's my favourite.
I think so too.
It's such a nice colour.
It's really delicate. It's just
Yeah.
making your features look really nice and delicate there.
It's like a wedding guest colour.
Yeah. I think this is your summer colour, all year round colour.
Good news.
That's lovely.
Yellow is just so happy.
Yeah. And this one, I know it's not like the most yellowy of yellows, but it's still such a lovely shade.
Yeah. You've got like a lemon yellow or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost kind of reminds me, like it's like a really light, the inside of a banana kind of colour.
Yeah, yummy.
If you're looking for that in the shops, like inside of a
Absolutely. Go
banana.
around with my banana.
Okay. We have not done the blues, have we?
Oh.
That should be fun.
Yeah, I don't wear a lot of blue. I used to.
Really? That surprises me.
I think because yellow seems so happy.
Mhm.
I think blue feels a bit cold sometimes.
Okay.
maybe.
We'll
I'm
see.
excited to see.
Okay. And they can be denim colours as well.
That's true. See, I actually really like that blue.
I really like that on you. That's lovely.
It's such a like clean blue.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, I think even this one's actually really elegant. I think you look really elegant. I know it's not the deep forest green, but it's still giving this just really kind of chiseling, really lovely. The eyes just stand out perfectly, right? That's so nice.
Yeah, I really liked that blue.
There we go, we found the blue.
I will wear blue. Oh, it's not that bad.
It's not.
I thought it was going to be worse.
Yeah, I thought it could be a bit much.
Yeah, same. I had a navy coat
Mm-hmm.
and it was a terrible idea. I never wore it.
I would say the other one is still better.
I
It maybe is a little bit on the side of it's a bit much.
Yeah.
But I think definitely a navy is nice. Maybe just more on the bottom of the outfit. Ooh. I mean, it's fun.
It is fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. I'd maybe wear that, to a festival.
Yeah.
But it's quite bright.
Yeah, it's kind of reflecting everywhere. It's just kind of taking over. But I think definitely you suit blues in general. Maybe more of a toned down, cooler version of this, I think. Ooh.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
No, I used to have a dress this colour and I wore it till it like fell apart. So actually, it's it's not bad.
It's going with your eyes really well. All I would say is just a tone lighter, I think, and you'd be there. This is one of those colours that suits a lot of skin tones.
It's a really nice colour.
Yeah. So we circle back. I think there's a lot of blues that are going to be really good for you. So I think you can definitely be adding more of them into your wardrobe.
Need to stop resisting.
Yeah, stop resisting the blue. It looks great. Now you've seen it and you're like, I did look good in every blue.
And they all have such a different vibe as well.
Yeah.
Like that, this blue feels so different from the light blue.
Yeah.
That's really nice to know.
And now the more I look at it, I think it's looking a little bit much. I think it can
Yeah.
still be dialed down a tad.
I think actually like that one, you can see like the shadows a bit more
Yeah.
than this one.
Yeah.
This one's really nice.
She's just light and bright and quite happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we found some quite superstar colours in here, which are just going to be like the ones you take out when you're like, I need to look amazing today. So, and it's like, it's quite calm, but I don't think it's down or anything like that.
No, that's maybe the navy. It was
Yeah.
nice, but it maybe felt a bit more
Yeah.
serious.
Exactly. And so we have not done pinks.
No, I love pink.
Okay, well this is going to be fun. I mean, yeah, it's lovely.
I really like this pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
Your skin tone just looks completely even in it. I feel like it's It's funny, it's such a light pink, but it doesn't look light on you.
It doesn't look light, does it? I'm so pale. So bright pink.
But it's just, yeah, in general, it's just such a lovely vibe, I think. With like, it just completely sits in harmony and it looks like your colour for sure and your shade. So we'll see what the other ones look like, but that pink is just quite unforgettable. Oh, wow.
It's like Barbie pink.
That's a lot.
A lot.
I think it's a bit much. And I think
a bit
it's made the lips look a bit dark
Yeah,
there.
it does. Yeah, it does. It makes them look like
Grey.
dull. Grey, yeah. Oh, what's
It's
grey
not
lips?
you, it's the drape.
Thank you.
Oh, this is Barbie as well, isn't it?
Yeah, they look sort of, maybe the previous one was slightly better, but they're
Yeah.
quite similar.
Yeah, it's still taken your colour away though.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
This used to be like my favourite colour.
Oh,
I don't think it's
I
quite
don't
right.
think it's for you. Yeah, I would stick to that baby pink there.
It just, makes me look a bit greyer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not why you wear pink.
So we're just gonna get a little bit better and
That
better
one
and
is
better.
better, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Than that one.
Yeah. And the palette that I think we're heading towards has got a lot of pinks in it,
Oh, that's good.
but they're all in your season, so you can breathe a sigh of relief that they all work.
I have pink nail polish, so
Oh, I love
hopefully
it.
that's in there.
I think that shade will be for sure. But this, wow.
Yeah, it's really nice colour.
Okay. So we've got quite a mix going on up here. Interesting, interesting. Now we're going to look at the neutrals. I mean, you're in a white right now,
Yes.
and I think you look really good in that white.
Thank you.
And it's funny, so you can see with your skin, it's actually kind of contrasting here.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I'm so pale.
But that's just kind of that perfect combination. If anything, it's giving you like a bit of a tan.
That's what
Yeah.
I thought. That's so funny. That's how light I have to go to look tanned.
And we just put like an off-white on here.
I still like it. I
Yeah.
wear a lot of off-white.
Yeah.
But I think
The white's
the white
better.
is better.
Yeah, definitely. But it's not bad.
No.
I wouldn't say it's bad.
And it's quite nice, in the office when you don't want to look super bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so similar to the banana colour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they look really similar actually.
Yeah. So if anything, if you can find one that's even more tinted, maybe a bit of yellow in it, that could probably be better. Let's see what a grey does. Do you wear grey much?
A lot. Yeah,
Really?
I wear a lot of grey. Oh, I wear. I think the grey I wear is so close to white. This
Yeah.
feels so dark now.
It's not doing much.
No.
I think a lighter one, as you say, would be better. Definitely.
Yeah.
How about black? Do you wear much black?
I wear so much black.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. Not bad. I thought it wasn't gonna work,
Yeah.
and it's not bad at all.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it is a little overpowering, I think,
Yeah. I normally wear loads of eyeliner if I'm wearing black
to offset
to
it.
offset it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but I can see how the others work better.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say it's the worst. Like, I've seen black on people where it just shows up all the lines and everything. It's not doing that, but it's also just a little bit, it's almost like brought your kind of mood down. And it's like, I'm looking at this, I'm not looking at you, I think. So I wouldn't say it's the best. So if you're going to wear the black, just try and offset it with other colours of yours. It could be, what's that lovely baby pink, the baby blue, and kind of with other colours. How about jewellery?
I have silver jewellery.
I see. So you're hoping this doesn't work?
Yeah, exactly. Have to buy everything new.
Yeah. It doesn't look like yours,
No.
I think. It looks like you're in someone else's colour, I think. Oh, it's a bit shiny. this, I'll take it off. Oh, stunning. Amazing.
So much better.
Yeah, it's lovely. It looks perfect, and it's like some of the colours that look like they were meant to be yours. It looks like silver is you. I feel like that's just your
Good.
yeah silver dress.
Nice.
If you could find a silver dress,
I'd love a silver. Yeah, I don't have a silver dress. I'd love a silver dress.
that would just be stunning.
I have to ask for more silver jewellery
Yeah,
from my family.
it's a great way just to perk up outfits, and actually there's a lot of metallics coming in fashion right now.
Oh,
So you
that's good.
definitely can find like silver shoes, silver handbags,
Oh yeah, silver shoes would be really nice.
silver skirts, silver
Yes,
jeans.
silver skirt would be very useful.
Yeah, that could be nice in the winter actually. You could have it like with some tights, maybe like this is the knit and then this on the bottom.
That would look lovely.
That'd be amazing.
I actually feel like I had something like that on my Pinterest. Like that combination.
So we're gonna do a kind of pile-on now.
Cool.
See what you think. So we had a few tones in here which were a bit like, interesting to see, because I wouldn't have necessarily thought they would be your tones. There's a few deeper, darker tones in there.
Yeah, you thought it'd be too pale for these colours, but I really like them.
They just give you a bit of colour, I think. So I'd say here and there, it could be nice just to add them in for a little bit of contrast. But I think predominantly we're looking at these really lovely kind of pastel-y colours. And so we were looking at this one as well, a lovely yellow, and this. So let's give you two very different shoulders. I thought you were going to be more of a clear cut, but there you go, everyone's got a little bit of something.
No, that's good to know, because I have sort of been confused because like with the black, I thought it would look really terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really terrible. It's not the best, but
Yeah.
because I have such fair skin. I might have thought it was really overpowering, but actually,
it wasn't that bad.
no, I quite like some of the darker colours, like this green.
Yeah.
I do really like the light ones as well.
Yeah, I think the light ones were just lovely, but I think there's nothing wrong with just having a little bit of contrast in there from time to time. So, let's close this, because I think this is a clear no. And we'll close this as well, which leaves us with the two cooler ones. So I think predominantly, mainly, we're going for this summer here. Just nice and light, but I think you can maybe nick a bit of the winter palette from time to time. So maybe you're a little bit of a darker, deeper summer. Cool. So there. And actually there's a lot of pastel colours in here. So maybe you're looking for the icy ones and just some of the lighter shades from this palette.
Yeah.
But then occasionally maybe you can go, okay, maybe a darker one from time to time. Just be careful it doesn't take your colour too much. But I think mainly we're here. And there are some darker shades in this palette. There is that nice navy.
Yeah.
And this is better than this one here if you're going to go for a navy. It's just kind of lighter and less like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And this is more of your black, so it's actually just a really deep grey. So maybe that's really what we want to be going for instead of the black if we can. Lots of nice pinks to choose from, which are more your pinks. It could be this kind of like antique-y, rosy, so like maybe less of the hot pinks and just like a little bit more like, ooh. And this colour that you really liked,
Yeah.
it's similar.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit more toned down than that one that we saw, with just a bit kind of muted. This one's a bit better. There's actually quite a lot of pink in here, because you did look so good in the pink. And there's nice yellows.
Yeah, really nice. I like the neutrals too.
Yeah, I think these could be really lovely. Like even in the winter, could be some knitwear in this. They could be really nice. You've actually got quite a lot of green you can play with. So lots of these shades here. This is almost very close to this dark winter one, just a little bit more subdued. Actually quite a lot of blue.
Yeah, I need to get back onto wearing more blue.
And it could help to just play with a few of the different shades of blue in here. Maybe they're a bit more muted, maybe they're denims that feel a bit more comfortable. Maybe they're almost a little bit purpley.
Yeah, like the periwinkle's so nice.
Yeah. Purple could be really lovely to play with. This could be nice, like a nice light lilac. These kind of light colours. Really pastel-y.
Yeah.
But they won't look too pastel-y on.
They probably make me look tanned.
Exactly. And then you've got lots of grey that you could play with. And you're lucky, it's a rare skin tone, so you can have a lot of fun with the pastels that other people can't enjoy. A lot of people are very jealous.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That was so fun.
Oh, glad you enjoyed it.
I did. Oh, that was so interesting.
It's fun to see, right?
Yeah. Oh, and you can just see, you know, immediately.
It's funny though, because I was thinking it was going to be 100% summer.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to do it, because I thought sometimes I'd put something on and I'd be like, this doesn't look quite like I expected it to.
I think that was really blowing us both away, was just the wintry shades actually looking a lot better than we thought.
Because I'm so pale, you think they would just really like overwhelm me. Yeah.
Because winters are also quite pale.
Okay.
Yeah. But they tend to have a bit more contrast to them, which I think you had a bit of as well. So like if you're a winter, maybe typically you're also quite pale, but maybe you've got black hair with the blue eyes as well.
Like a Snow White.
Like a Snow White, exactly. So you were very close to that side as well. And even like personality-wise, you weren't 100% like a typical summer. Although I take the personality thing with a pinch of salt. But
So interesting.
it's always good to add it in to the mix, see if it helps.
I mentioned to my mum that I was doing this, and she was showing me one of her friends who's in autumn. She only wears her autumn colours. And she showed me like several of her Facebook pictures, every single one she's wearing her colours, which is really nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
Stick to the colours.
That's the dream.
I mean, it certainly helps, I think, when you're shopping, just to level down when there's so much out there.
Yeah. Helps you with all the choice that's out there.
Yeah, exactly. I think just these light colours, if you're on the lookout as well, light and cool, I think mainly. But some of the deeper ones can be quite nice just to throw in as well.
Felt to feel more serious.
Yeah. This one's got like quite a nice rosiness to it, I think.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, that was surprising because that was the first one, so that was the summer one. And we were just thinking it was a bit flat.
Yeah, I didn't know, so I assumed that was the winter one just because it was darker.
Yeah, but winter's quite high contrasts. They tend to have quite bright colours.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, so I think the brightness is good. I think we just need to be careful of it not overpowering. So it might be a little bit of a game of when you try it on, just see when you have your skin tone, is it too much or not?
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
And so which palette was this? Blue?
It's a winter as well.
That's the winter.
Yeah, we were very in between, I think. With some of them were very, I think some of these pastels were very clear summers.
And some of the oranges are very clearly not working.
We've had no autumns today.
We haven't. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so surprising.
I haven't had a single autumn. What are we going to do? Where are they?
Have you had everything else?
We've had 5 people, and it was, let's see if I can remember, spring, summer, winter, summer/winter, summer/winter.
Yeah.
So we're the same as the person before.
You both had quite similar skin tones. And your natural hair colour was the same, wasn't it?
I see.
I really struggled to see that.
Yeah, that's why I always ask, because typically summers tend to have that hair colour naturally.
Merci.